The night.
Next tonight, another Super League clash.
They're keen to go tonight.
The pass has gone over the top to O'Connor. He's chipped ahead and here's trouble. Langer and O'Connor. That's a great try, Michael O'Connor.
Nine's Wide World of Sports presents, live from the Sydney Football Stadium, the 88 Challenge, the first round of the Winfield State of Origin Series. Good evening. 3-9 over New South Wales in the State of Origin Series. Our commentators live from the Sydney Football Stadium are Alan Thomas, Mick Vivas and Andrew Slack. And Alan, the weather's been a bit dodgy down in Sydney. What's it like at the moment?
Well, Chris, conditions here not too bad. It hasn't rained for a little while and the ground will be firm enough. And I think Queensland can win. I think they'll be inspired with the loss of Lewis, Mick. I think the Maroons will get up.
Well, I think Queensland will win if 4 players play well.
Who are they?
Belcher, Miles and the 2 front rowers. Bacco and Bella have to perform. If they do, and they can, Queensland will come home with the bacon. No troubles at all.
Well, Andrew Slack, do you think they'll come home with the bacon?
I do, Alan. Adversity often lifts performance, and I think the loss of Wally Lewis will inspire some form from players that we probably haven't seen in 1988, and that'll be enough to get Queensland home.
All right, so 3 Queensland tipsters here, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Winfield State of Origin Series, not quite ready for us at the Sydney Football Stadium. Let's have a look at some of the pictures from the stadium. Of course, plenty of excitement, a brand new stadium for the New South Wales Rugby League. They're the cheer girls getting things ready for us at the Sydney Football Stadium. Of course, things are a little different this year. We have no Wally Lewis in the Queensland side, no Greg Dowling, no Brian Niebling or Colin Scott, all the old guard missing, and it is a bit of a change in the Queensland side. But the replacements, they are of a high standard, and we're looking forward to big performances, especially in the front row. A lot of emphasis placed on Martin Bella and Sam Bacco. Now, these 2 guys have a big job. They have to control the 2 New South Wales forwards, Steve Roach and, of course, Les Davidson, who's been in sensational form this year for South Sydney. Strong, mobile. We saw him up here last year, created havoc amongst the forwards. And, of course, here's the Maroon cheer girls from the Sydney Football Stadium. They'll be cheering on the Maroons. Not too many Maroon supporters down in Sydney, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of reception they get when they make their way out onto the Sydney Football Stadium. Of course, the stadium, here they come. It's the New South Wales side to come out first. So let's go down to Sydney and our commentators.
Thank you, Chris. And good evening, everyone. Wayne Pearce on screen, captain. What a big effort it's going to take from this fellow leading them out, Paul Borton. What a night for him. Mick Vivas, a great Queensland stalwart, tonight captain of the Maroons in the absence of Wally Lewis.
Yes, and I think that'll lift his game tremendously. He always gives an 80% performance, but he'll have to give a bit more than that tonight, you know, or an 80-minute performance, I should have said. But he'll handle it. A lot of weight on some of these fellas' shoulders out here tonight, Alan. They've really got to perform, and they're up against an in-form New South Wales side.
And the man in the hot seat, no doubt, for Queensland is Peter Jackson. And Martin Bella, well, has he got something to prove tonight? Dropped out of the State of Origin side last year, fought his way back with very good form with Norths. And big occasion tonight for Martin Bella to cement himself in representative football. As we look at the New South Wales side, Docking, Johnston, McGaw, O'Connor and Eddinghausen. The halves are Lyons and Sterling. Pearce, the captain, Cleland Folks in the second row, Roach, Simmons and Davidson. John Peard is the coach. Barry Gomersall in charge of tonight's game. Wally Fullerton-Smith back into the side after a couple of years of absence.
There's Vorton, he's puffing it in, and we see the Queensland side.
As they played the anthem, the side for Queensland, Belcher, McIndoe, Curry, Miles, Kilroy, Jackson and Langer. Vorton, the captain. Linda Fullerton-Smith, Bacco, Canescu, Bella. Stand by for the end. The roar from the crowd. Hard to gauge whether it's a disappointing crowd. First time at the Sydney Football Stadium. This is a huge complex. And there's a man with a huge job. Barry Gomersall his 9th Origin match, his final State of Origin appearance for the Grasshopper from Mackay, and has no friends here at all, Mick Nevis.
As you can hear the crowd, he does his own. There's Vorton, push the mouse guard in, and we're ready to roll.
And we're away. Vorton. He'll be the first man tackled at the stadium in interstate football. Now it's with Canescu giving it away to Bacco. He's hit by Davidson.
Oh, that's a good run early in the match from Bacco.
Bella.
And that's a good run from Bella early in the match. Good to see them. They've got to do it all night.
Vorton, a kick from dummy half. It's a big kick. It's a long one for Docking. He runs it towards the quarter. And the Queensland defence wait for him with Fullerton Smith and also Peter Jackson. And isn't it a sight to see someone else wearing number 6 for Queensland instead of Wally Lewis?
Oh, and they're going in hard, and you're right.
Simmons to distribute. Roach runs into Bella.
The boo's coming because the crowd think that Queensland are offside, but they're not.
Pearce.
Oh.
Ball's gone loose. Queensland's possession just outside the 22. Curry hurt in that tackle. Gets to his feet with Langer now. Vorton wide. Paul Vorton. That's not one-on-one, says Barry Gomersall. And this is the first penalty of the match. Queensland right in front of the post, 22 metres out from the line.
Let's watch the replay. Vorton goes in. And I think he's penalised for taking the ball away, and it was Lyons, the 5'8" from New South Wales. And that's what it's about, Mr. Pearce, is Mr. Gomersall.
And the chant goes up from the New South Wales crowd. You know what it is. I'll just try and keep talking. There might be youngsters at home. So Gary Belcher has the ball set.
Davison standing in the background behind Pearce there. Up from the second row into the New South Wales front row. Still reckon he's a good second rower, but, well, he's got to prove himself in that front row position, and it's not an easy place to be on a night like tonight.
Belcher didn't kick all that well in the trials at Lang Park.
Oh, don't put the mocker on him.
But he's in front, 24 metres out.
And this crowd doesn't creep quiet as he comes in.
That doesn't look too bad. That's as good as you'll get. Belcher puts the first points on the board for Queensland, and now they lead by 2 points to 0. Back to the halfway for the restart. So psychologically, Queensland drawing first blood.
Well, they took the ball up early, and they took it up beautifully. Both Queensland front rowers, as we see Wally Fulton-Smith fumble it a bit.
Belcher, tackled by Simmons just inside his own quarter. It's now with Canescu for Bacco. There's supposed to be some doubt about him going the 80 minutes at this pace. We'll know that question later. Martin Bella into Steve Folkes and also Les Davidson. Canescu back to Jackson. And that's one of the reasons he's at 5'8" tonight for his kicking game, and that's for Docking. He's knocked it on. Jonathan Docking right on the 22 puts it down. Queensland with the loose head and feet.
Bad mistake in this class of football from Docking, and of course he'd have butterflies, Jonathan Docking. He's replacing Gary Jack, of course. That's a pretty big spot to fill.
Gomersall telling both packs what he requires.
There's the weight of the packs on the screen. New South Wales 554, 570.
Langer feeds. It'll be play on. Jackson is grabbed by Docking, and Cliff Lyons over the top, put him down. Lang again. This is for Miles. Miles is hitting a heavy tackle. The crowd like it. Gene Miles plays it forward. Crowd saying there was a marker, and Barry Gomersall is getting plenty in the first 5 minutes, more than the players. Vorton switches it to Jackson. Roach and Lyons have him.
That's a bit suicidal.
Bella running it straight, Martin Bella.
Having a good game early, Bella.
18 metres out. Last tackle coming up. Langer. Grubber. Still going. Picks it up. No try. How close was that?
Oh, what a bad bit of bounce that Langer got. And he's just a will-o'-the-wisp. Really, here's the short replay, and it's very hard As you can see, it's rolling awkwardly, and he just misses it, and it would have been a try as we go to the route.
Lyons a long pass for Eddinghausen, trying to get around McIndoe. He can't do so. McIndoe puts him down. This is Magore. A lot of people feel he's lucky to be in the side, back after injury for a couple of matches. But he was a part of this New South Wales outfit from last year.
Oh,
Good driving defence.
Davison in a lot of trouble.
Simmons back to Sterling. Not a good pass. And Peter Sterling, the little general, gets rid of it. Belcher. New South Wales. Do they give him the 5? He's tackled by Magore, and also in there was Lyons. Now it's with Langer. Back to Kilroy. Joe Kilroy in his State of Origin debut. 5 metres inside blue territory. Back to Langer, to Vorton. Then it goes to Jackson. And he's got the pass to Curry. Curry be well tackled by Cleal.
Well done, Jackson, to get that ball away.
Jackson again. Queensland didn't get it right. Fullerton Smith was the runner. Here's Langer. The call was from Canescu. That's knocked on. And that'll be 6 to go. Queensland's possession. McIndoe trying to get away from Cleal. He can't do so. Also O'Connor put him down. Backer looking for Fullerton Smith. He found him.
Oh, these blokes are 10 foot tall, Alan. They're playing beautifully.
Queensland going forward. Bobby Lindner. Pass inside to Jackson. That's gone forward to Miles. That's a forward pass. Miles in an offside position.
But they're carving them up, Queensland. The forwards have started it, and the forwards at present are on top as we see the inside pass. Lindner backing up, and unfortunately the pass went forward to Miles, about a mile.
New South Wales weathering the storm at the moment.
Oh, they're
Queensland.
not, Alan. They're cracking up. You don't crack up this early in the match. Those forwards are cracking them, and then the backs are backing up beautifully. There's McCronin.
Working for our Channel 9 Sydney station tonight, Mick Cronin in the State of Origin. What a great man he has been in the Interstate Series over the years. Roach driven into the ground by Canescu, and over the top was Bacco. Folks tackled by Bella and Fullerton Smith.
That was nearly a knock-on too, but he's allowed play to go on.
Sterling, Lyons, Magore, O'Connor with a bit of room. Coming in field, tackled from behind by Curry and Langer, but he's inside Queensland territory, Michael O'Connor. Oh, Sterling's picked it up beautifully, and Roach now serves Cleal. And Cleal has dropped it, and that's Queensland's possession. No, who's got the ball? He's going to rule Cleal, and this will be the last tackle.
Oh, he missed that one. Cleal dropped it.
Sterling putting it high. That's the chase for McIndoe. Pushes off O'Connor. Can't push off Wayne Pearce. Not too many people do. 2 points to nil the lead for Queensland. Belcher just outside the 22. There's 8.5 minutes gone in the first half. Langer giving it to Bella. Canescu. Jackson. And the kicking game is on. Andrew Slack in the early stages of this game, and that's a pearler from Peter Jackson.
Yes, well, Jackson using the conditions well. Queensland won the toss and are running with what breeze there is. Amazing atmosphere here. I thought the FA Cup final was over last week, but there's singing and all sorts of things going on. Queensland have one worry in that Bob Lindner is suffering from the flu virus that swept the team earlier in the week, but he's come up quite well, and if they can keep playing this way, it won't matter how many of them have got the flu.
Docking tackled by Miles. Miles with that left knee very heavily strapped. He's going to give away a penalty. Not getting off the player. Sterling takes a quick tap and he's off. Lines. New South Wales, 15 metres outside their own territory where Eddinghausen plays it, and Davidson comes in. O'Connor tries to get away from Curry and McIndoe, and he can't. But he stays in the field of play. Simmons. Royce Simmons. Good game run from the little hooker. Now it's for the big man in Roach. And he's nicely tackled by Fullerton Smith.
Queensland forwards are holding on to this New South Wales pack.
Sterling turning Queensland around. McIndoe decides it's his ball, and Steve Folkes decides that McIndoe's his man. Belcher. Kineski looking for a runner. Or Backo was supposed to be the decoy. Thought he held onto it just outside the quarter.
There's no decoys out there tonight.
Jackson for Docking. Takes that one, Jonathan Docking, and runs it straight at Martin Bella and Alan Langer, and he's got away from both of those, but eventually he was tackled. The cover defence there was from Lindner. Johnston put down by Backo and Bella. This pace, a crackerjack, the crusher. Big Noel Cleal, where are the runners? Eddinghausen to Sterling. Johnston again is tackled, and it's good defence from Vaughton. Also in there was Lindner doing a lot of tackling in the second row. Davidson now.
Lost the ball.
Queensland will play it. Now it's with Vaughton. He'll have to take the tackle. There was no runners off him. And the Queensland skippers put to ground. Kineski to dummy half, gives it to Bella. Roach and Simmons do the work for New South Wales and put the big fellow down. 108 kilos of him. Now it's time for another 808 kilo man and Backo. He's at the halfway mark. Langer over the top, who's home? Langer's home. He's knocked that forward off his hands. And Barry Gomersall will play the scrum.
Oh, he's finding gaps, that chip kick of Langer, and he holds his hair there. Here's the replay. Look at him. And he's got some toe off the mark. Now, I don't know. Oops, she's slippery.
Might have had one eye on the ball and one eye on Jonathan
No,
Docking.
they're playing with the leather ball tonight.
New South Wales have it. Docking away from dummy half. Ran into Backo. That's the end of that. Jonathan Docking plays it. Folkes has found space. Folkes tackled. Bobby Lindner again, the tackler. Bobby Lindner's form hasn't been all that crackerjack so far this season, but he's playing well tonight at defence, and here's Lyons. Could be the danger man now, Cleal. Big crusher. He's tackled just outside the 22. Queensland's turn to defend. Sterling trying to set up his outside men. O'Connor. Michael O'Connor. Great try. The genius of the man at his best. Michael O'Connor in the score. Queensland now behind. New South Wales lead 4-2. Mick Beaver, superlative work.
Oh, yes. You don't give him any room to move, and he had enough. And unfortunately, he wasn't crowded enough. Sterling, the man that gives him the long pass, and says, here it is. Now, there's a line there. He was missed by Vaughton. And I tell you what, I wouldn't relish being Gary Belcher there. He had 5 metres outside and plenty to come round.
Well, he's one of the best steppers in the game, but it was Cleal who set it up with a big run up the middle. O'Connor wrong footing Vaughton. Kilroy not leaving his winger. Belcher virtually no chance. A great try to Michael O'Connor. That is his 7th try in State of Origin football. It equals the record held by Dale Shearer, and that's his 75th point. He's now scored 7 tries, 23 goals and a field goal.
Well, unfortunately, it was Fatty that missed him there. Can't say he didn't, because he did. 1-on-1, but he's a hard man to get hold of.
O'Connor strikes it, hits the post. By golly, how close was that? So New South Wales lead Queensland by 4 points to 2, and there's 15 minutes gone in the first half. And inside the New South Wales quarter, after a good run from Alan McIndoe downfield off a Gary Belcher pass. Vaughton, oh, high one from Roach. Fatty Vaughton holds his ground. 20 metres out from the line. Jackson looks for Langer. He's tackled by Pierce, 15 metres out. Belcher. Vaughton's first man off the ruck, and Miles. Gene Miles has lost that ball. It's knocked forward. Trying to get his hands free.
Well, that's right. He was trying to get his hands free. And Queensland, when they get in New South Wales quarters, are very dangerous indeed.
One against the feed. It's Langer. Alan Langer for the line. He's done it. The little fella, he's done it. He's blitzed him. He's beaten Sterling. Langer's in to score. Queensland now lead 6 points to 4.
Well, I'll tell you, watch the replay. Langer couldn't believe that the gap opened up there. He idled for about 3 steps. When you see the replay, you'll see what I mean. You watch it. He picks the ball up. He thinks that the scrum was too quick. Now watch this. There's the gap. Oh, well, he'll go. And look at McIndoe come, but no chance. Didn't even get a hand on him.
Well, one against the feed and Sterling. He beat Sterling and then into gap and over for the try. And Alan Langer, hasn't this fellow just arrived on the scene? Last year, no one had even heard of him back practically before the State of Origin teams were announced. He had a magnificent series last year, and he's backed it up tonight. He nearly scored in the first couple of minutes. He just fumbled short of the line. And then the second time, he did have Docking in front of him. The second one was probably problematical. But certainly a great try to Alan Langer and Andrew Slack. He's having a rip snore to Langer.
Oh, he's a marvellous play, there's no doubt about that. Peter Sterling, I think it must be 15-all because he saved that try, no doubt, over the other side with McIndoe, but he's the one who slipped up on Langer. But he won't be the last person who misses Alan Langer in a game of rugby league.
Belcher. And that's going to be wide of the post. So it's 6 points to 4. Queensland lead. You're watching the State of Origin on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Right on the 22. Kineski goes to dummy half. Out wide is Fullerton Smith. He's met by Pearce. Lyons also gave him a hand. Kineski to dummy half. Now Langer to Miles. Trying to get around Cleal. Trying to get hands free. Gets one to Kilroy. He's coming back in field. And he'll be tackled by Simmons and Folkes. 32 metres out from their own line. Queensland gives it to Jackson. Eddinghausen. And he'll be tackled by Tony Curry. Docking up from fullback to lend a bit of a hand. Off he goes on a little run. Went about half a metre before he was tackled. New South Wales just a little bit slow to regroup.
Yes, they're just settling it for the moment. They've got the ball, so they can make it any speed they like.
Pearce. Fullerton Smith cut him down. And that's been deemed a knock-on by Barry Gomersall on
It wasn't
Pearce.
a bad tackle from Bob Lindner just quietly and made him lose the ball. Lindner's having a good game.
Queensland's ball. Belcher trying to make the extra man. Miles is tackled. He's tackled by McGaw. Belcher for Kilroy. And McGaw again, the tackler. Strong defender McGaw. Had a few doubters about his inclusion in this side. I think he's kept them quite pretty quickly. Bella. McGaw again, the tackle. That's 3 in a row. Underneath giving him a hand was big Steve Roach.
Mick Cronin there for a moment.
Jackson tackled by Wayne Pearce. Now it's with Bacco. Royce Simmons underneath. Borton from dummy half to Lang. Well, that's just gone up and a little bit skew. If not an easy one to take. Ball's gone loose. And that's Queensland's ball. Now it's lost. Now it's deemed a knock-on. And the Sydney crowd don't like Barry Gomersall's decision.
But it was a knock-on. Yes, doesn't worry the grasshopper at all.
So Langer to come up with possession outside the 22. Belcher's trying to beat Docking. He can't. He'll play it to Langer, to Borton. Pearce and Folkes, Holt, the Queensland captain, about 18 metres out from the line. Lindner's gone without it. He overran the pass.
Yes, shouldn't have been given to him from dummy half, actually. He was already gone. Just a bit keen.
6 points to 4 is the lead for Queensland over New South Wales. 18 minutes to go in the first half. Lyons is tackled by Jackson. McGaw. Fullerton Smith put him down. Getting up slowly to his feet, McGaw. It's gone to Davidson. He's slipping one around the back to Simmons. And he'll be tackled. Roach.
Ooh, he's been hit hard. That was a great tackle from Curry up high.
Sterling. Kilroy and Belcher go back. That'll be for Kilroy. And Brian Johnston will wait for him with lines. He takes them both on and loses. Belcher will have to run this himself. No, he doesn't. Linder will run it.
Well, for a moment there, I thought that was a great dummy from Bob Linder, but it just closed up.
Queensland move it. Vorton with a cutout. On his own, Vorton. Finds the back up and Jackson. He'll take the tackle. 5 metres inside. New South Wales territory. Vorton down and back play. Backo's required. Lang has missed on a high tackle from Davidson, and now it's with Bella. He's almost to the quarter. Miles from dummy half. Running across field. Picks up Jackson, and then he's put Miles almost into a gap.
Oh, that was unfortunate for Queensland. Miles did the beautiful double around there.
The move was right.
Oh, the move was right, but it's a bit slippery, that ball. We've had a lot of rain here this evening.
17 minutes to go in the first half as New South Wales bring Docking into the back line. Still going Docking before he's taken. The tackler was Miles. Pearce runs into Fullerton Smith, and Belcher helps him put him down. Davidson, strong defence from Curry. The ball's gone loose, penalty to New South Wales.
Well, it was unfortunate for Queensland there. They're going to lose a lot of ground and the pressure will be coming on them.
Sterling to kick for touch, and we'll remind you that grandstand tickets to Brisbane's only State of Origin game at Lang Park, that comes up on Tuesday, May 31st, are sold out, but you could still be there entering the Discount Liquor Kings team-up competition to win one of the 35 double passes to the main grandstand. Entry form in tomorrow's Courier or your Discount Liquor Kings bar. Second State of Origin, Lang Park, Tuesday, May 31st. Back to the action. McGaw,
Oh,
tackled by
great defence
Miles.
from Queensland. 2 on 4 there, and they plugged it. Well done, Gene Miles.
I think Miles has a lot of trouble getting up with that injured knee. Lines, dummying, tackled by Fullerton Smith and Bella. Simmons, tackled again by Fullerton Smith. He's been out of the State of Origin side since '85. He's back tonight. He's making a great fist of it. Sterling will find the gap for touch. Finds it 2 metres out from the line. And how New South Wales would love to win one against the feed. A little General Peter Sterling.
Here's the replay of it.
Played his first match, State of Origin match in 1981, Peter Sterling. He's playing his 12th tonight. Kilroy. Tackled by Lyons, he'll play it, and Langer goes to dummy half for Fullerton Smith. Docking got him around the ankles.
Oh, if he could have unloaded there, they were away.
They're moving it again, and they go to Curry. Miles. He's hung on to. And that was good work by McGaw, because Miles was virtually through the open gate.
Oh, Miles' lady. Oh, he gave him a beauty, and the touch judge hasn't come in. Oh, it was a Lulu.
McIndoe. That's gone into touch.
Maybe the touch judge will
He's
come
in
in
now.
Well, he didn't come in. I think the New South Wales players have said, you better come in, sir, but... and it's David Manson.
Queensland referee David Manson, the chant is for off.
Now watch Gene Miles here. Watch him. Half-hearted. Tell you what, he doesn't think so.
Langer coming up with possession, giving it to McIndoe. McIndoe is tackled right on the halfway peg. There's 14 minutes to go in the first half. Queensland leading in a crackerjack game again, 6-4. Fullerton Smith running it, Lyons and also Folks. Canescu now to Vorton, trying to set up things with Bella. And Big Martin Bella is tackled 5 metres inside New South Wales territory. There's his partner in crime, Sam Backo, taking it forward another 10 metres.
And Canescu backed up on the wrong side, or they were gone again.
Jackson Stabber. Oh, it's a gem.
Oh, beautiful stuff, Peter Jackson. And
I think even King Wally would have been proud of that one.
Yes, and Jackson, you've got to admire this fellow there on screen. He's playing out of position, and he's up, what, 3 or 4 notches in this sort of football, and he's handling it well.
Sterling takes it away. Langer will tackle him 10 metres out from his own line. Eddinghausen off on a little trot. McIndoe chased his winger and put him down. Lines. Oh, Fortin put him down quickly.
New South Wales forwards walking a bit in back play there.
O'Connor. Oh, pushing out of tackles. Hello. The kick from Magore's a bad one. But O'Connor, the danger man for New South Wales.
He's a slippery lad. Roy Simmons on camera there as they pack the scrum. Oh, they're dangerous, that New South Wales backline alley.
Langer feeds. Kilroy comes in from the wing. Runs into Pearce. Bobby Lindner.
Oh,
Pearce went high. Underneath was Folks and a bone crusher. Jackson. Belcher's hit high by Lines. Bit of high stuff creeping in. Nothing illegal so far. That's touched by New South Wales, and O'Connor will pick it up. Kicks ahead. Who's home? Belcher. He'll save. Thinking all the time, Michael O'Connor. One of the best thinking footballers in the game.
Oh, full credit to Belcher to get back there. It was shut the gate.
Backo to take the ball forward. He's got it around the side to Canescu, McIndoe and Simmons. Little Royce Simmons puts him down. I say little in height. Miles.
Oh, he was looking for the inside man.
Thornton. Curry. Well tackled by Lines. This is for Jackson. Turn Eddinghausen around. Takes it inside his own 22. Chips ahead. And that's picked up by Backo.
What great cover defence from a front rower. He read that play. He could see he was going to kick it. He was going up and then he veered across.
Bella, centre field. Martin Bella. He's tackled 10 metres inside New South Wales territory. It's with Vaughton. Can't get his pass away. Pearce the tackler. Rugby league at its pinnacle and state of origin. We're seeing it again tonight as Jackson finds touch inside the New South Wales 22.
Taking the pressure off his players.
Exactly 10 minutes to go in the match. Andrew Slack, Queensland in front 6-4. What's your assessment?
Well, they deserve it, and I think Peter Jackson's playing as if he's had number 6 tattooed to his back for all his life. I think he's playing a superb pivots role, but everyone's playing well. They've obviously got the instruction to move the ball. They've done that well, although from time to time, probably a little panic, trying to get rid of the pass too quickly. A few passes gone astray. If they can clean that up, they'll be okay.
Johnston's met head on by little Alan Langer. He's put him down.
I thought he was gone, but Langer hung on to him.
Now, folks, he's tackled by Fullerton, Smith, and also Bella. Simmons gives it to Sterling. Now they're moving it through Lines. Magore inside, back to Sterling. And in broken play, Les Davidson finds himself with the football. And Gene Miles found him pretty quickly as well. And Bobby Lindner was in there to do the tackle and give him a hand. Simmons from dummy half. Sterling, they're finding room up the middle. Cleo, Roach. The pass has gone loose. It'll be play on. That should be Queensland's ball. It's gone loose, knocked on. Oh, and that was very, very close. Cleveland broken play, a dangerous man.
You're not wrong, but who tackled Big Roach when he burst away? Alan Langer. He was gone for all money, but Langer hung on like a leech.
Outside the 22, New South Wales have the ball. Jackson gets Lines, puts him to ground. A quick play, the ball, and Docking zoomed in. Jonathan Docking at the 22, swinging arm. No, offside in the 5. So O'Connor has the chance now to put the equaliser, and I guess 6-all at half-time. Mick would be pretty close to to the way the game has been flowing.
Here's the replay, and you're not wrong. I'd rather at 6-4 Queensland's way, quite frankly. But Docking here was, oh, well, they've cut away from it there. But he could have caused us a bit of trouble there.
Had a big game in Los Angeles, Jonathan Docking. And he made his State of Origin debut, even though it's not counted in the Australian series, or a demonstration game, but he still played and played well. Here's O'Connor. 6-4 Queensland lead. His first one hit the uprights. The second one makes no mistake. 6-all. You're watching the Winfield State of Origin live on Nine's Wide World of Sports from the Sydney Football Stadium.
And there's no doubt about it, this Michael O'Connor, he's a real whiz kid. I suppose you can't class him as a kid anymore. He just doesn't seem to get any slower. He's a nice, nifty bit of goods. There's Roach. He's looking a bit tired, Roach. They're getting hit pretty hard and often by this Queensland pack. Greg Canescu.
Belcher. Docking gives it to Eddinghausen. Running across field looking for a gap. Almost found it, but Paul Vorton was the tackler. Lyons. He's been relatively quiet tonight, Cliff Lyons, but he's a danger man at any time. Roach with the one-hander to McGaw. He's still going, McGaw. Now it's gone to Sterling, to Lyons. There's space out wide. A floater to Eddinghausen. He's dropped it. And that'll be McIndoe's ball, I'd say. So Queensland had possession. Miles driven back by Wayne Pearce. Lyons getting up slowly to his feet and back play. It's gone to Bella and Jackson, and Sterling was up quickly. Bella will have to settle play. Cleland and Roach have got hold of him.
It was a good double round from Bella. He threw it to him, knew he'd put him in a bit of a spot, so he backed up.
Backo. Underneath was Simmons. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Canescu looking for dummies, throwing it backwards. Fullerton Smith will have to recover. This is the last tackle coming up. Langer. Chip. Still chipping. Still chipping. Is that a try? It sure is. Alan Langer's done it. He's done it again. Alan Langer's in to score. New South Wales are absolutely dumbfounded. Let's have a look at it shortly on the replay, and Queensland now lead by 10 points to 6.
Oh, by Jove, did he get close to knocking that on? We'll see on the replay. He was thinking about picking it up. Let's watch it. A nice little chip. He's got this down now. No, I think his foot touched it. Then his foot hit it again. There was nothing wrong with that. And Docking thought, good God, I'm in all sorts of trouble. And he wasn't wrong. Watch it again.
Let's have a look and see if he gets his foot or the hand of the ball. No, off his foot. Correct decision from Barry Gomersall. It's play on. That's a try. Well, from where we are, up in the clouds up here in the grandstand, it was hard to tell whether it came off his foot or his hand. And that head-on shows it definitely came off his foot, and a fair try, Andrew Slack.
Didn't I tell you earlier it was an FA Cup replay?
You certainly did, and Alan Langer is having an absolute blinder here tonight.
That ship kicks really got them worried, Andrew, hasn't it? It's putting them on the back foot all the time.
Well, I've always thought when Lewis was out of the side that the problem New South Wales was going to have was to know what tactics to play. And Langer has quite obviously found a fault in the system in their defence.
Well, he's found a big fault by the look of it.
Belcher has it placed. And that looks all right. It looks very much all right. Queensland now lead New South Wales by 12 to 6. There's 4 minutes to go to half-time. The Winfield State of Origin coming to you live on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Well, I said this fellow here on camera, on screen, as we see Cronin having a little chat about. I wonder if he's telling the New South Wales people that we can tell the Queenslanders that this State of Origin side from Queensland is having a blinder.
Miles running it straight to the 22. Gee, he and McGaw have had a running battle tonight in the centres. Kilroy's tackled.
Hasn't made one mistake, Kilroy, tonight.
Bella. Oh, he's run into Folks. He's hit Folks hard. Underneath was Simmons. And over the top again was McGaw, and he's again the tackler. By golly, he's made some tackles in the first half, Mark McGaw.
Yes, and I tell you what, Bella's doing a lot of work out there tonight. And Bacco's just a bit missing a bit.
Docking. Langer and Fullerton Smith put him down. 3 minutes to half-time. Queensland lead 12-6. Eddinghausen. And I'm sure Wayne Bennett will be quite happy to walk into half-time with a lead of 6 points as Simmons runs from dummy half and makes it to the halfway mark. Davidson. Big Les Davidson getting the one-hander to Sterling. Lines. Who's out wide? McGaw. Miles waits for him. Shows him the touchline. And eventually he's tackled.
Shows him the turf too.
Now Cleal doesn't take it up. Johnston runs from dummy half. New South Wales last tackle coming up. 2 minutes to the break. To the little General Sterling, and it goes to Lyons. And a long pass to O'Connor, who wrong foots. No, he doesn't wrong foot Curry, but he found Pearce. That looked forward to Eddinghausen. The kick's gone up. And it's gone out on the full in goal.
Yes, they looked pretty close to a forward pass, but they got away with it. And you play the whistle here in this sort of football. Eddinghausen's a dangerous sort of a beast. Clean-cut kid. I suppose I shouldn't call him a beast. New South Wales pack looks to be getting tired.
McIndoe. Alan McIndoe struggling out of tackles. I've noticed nearly on every occasion, Mick, that Queensland have kicked to Eddinghausen's wing and not Johnston's. Maybe they think Eddinghausen's the weak link out there.
I didn't think that New South Wales had too many weak links. I thought the kicking from Queensland to the gaps has been quite good. Only once they've missed. Look at this Bella. He's taken it up all night. You Central Queenslanders who've been giving me plenty about Bella. Well, he's given me plenty tonight. He's having a blinder.
Sam Bacco 10 metres short of the halfway. To the man of the moment, Alan Langer. He's off again. There's space, but he won't get the bounce. Sterling will beat him to it.
Oh, Sterling's getting a bit to the weight to that.
Docking. Canescu rides him into the ground in the last 50 seconds of the first half. Can New South Wales do something just before the break? McGaw's tackled by Curry and Fullerton Smith. Simmons. Cut out pass, but they don't have the numbers. You're on your own, Andrew Eddinghausen. He's tackled by Miles, and over the top was Bob Lindner. Watch O'Connor from dummy half. Well, he didn't do much. It went to Folkes, and Folkes got ran by Martin Bella. 20 seconds to the break. Last tackle coming up. That finds touch. And I don't know whether the scrum will have time to form as 7 seconds shows on the clock. And that is half-time. Scrum doesn't have time to pack. Queensland lead at the break by 12 points to 6. We go to Andrew Slack.
Mick Cronin, 12-6 to Queensland. Fair indication of the first half?
I think it's a fair indication of the first half, yes. They've been very strong. I think New South Wales, they've shown that they want to attack, but I think they've got to start using their force a little bit, otherwise they're going to get in deeper trouble.
All right, what about Queensland? Do you think they can further that lead, or is Alan Langer the playmaker? How do you think Queensland will fare in the second half?
Well, at the moment, I think Queensland will be quite happy to keep going the way they're going. They're taking a bit of control in the forwards. And Langer, when he's had to, he's taken his opportunity. He's been prepared to kick. I'd say he's kicked 5 times. Nearly every time he's been a chance of getting a result. He's come up with 1 try from a kick, 1 try from the scrum base. But New South Wales, on the other hand, they've twice on the first tackle have had players kick when, you know, I think it's the odds for getting a result were not their way. So you're only giving back another 6 tackles to Queensland. And I'm a bit disappointed with some of their forward play at the moment. They seem to be just trying to spread the ball without taking them on in the forwards.
Okay, thanks very much, Michael Cronin. We'll be back straight after the break.
Wednesday night at 7:30. Have the time of your life.
Hope no one tries to milk me.
With the outrageous Robin Williams in Wonderland.
You're like the Incredible Hulk in reverse.
The crazy star of Good Morning Vietnam.
I can always play shortstop.
In a hilarious 1 hour special.
School, they must have really called you 4 Eyes.
Robin Williams in Wonderland.
Take a hike.
At the very special time of 7:30 Wednesday night on Channel 9.
The whole world knows just who you are. In 200 years you've come so far. And together just you and me. That's the way we both can be. 'Cause today is gonna be a day. You know the feeling and you know the way. And together we go and we're back.
World Expo 88, the biggest celebration of the bicentenary in Brisbane till October 30th.
Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. LJ Hooker, you're the best. When I was looking, somehow you found it. There's some kind of magic inside that keeps buyers running and keeps sellers coming. How'd you learn to do the things you do?
Your local LJ Hooker real estate expert knows the area backwards. So whether you're buying or selling, talk to LJ Hooker because
nobody does it better. LJ Hooker.
Thank you, Mr. Hooker.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you'll say, what can make me feel this way, my girl?
It was like a bad, bad dream. It happened just.
Time, Queensland in front, 12 points to 6. Let's have a look at the half-time statistics as they stand. The penalties, 4-1 in favour of New South Wales. The scrums, 9-8 in favour of Queensland. The tries, 2-1 to the Maroons. And the goals again favouring the Maroons, 2-1, giving us a scoreline at half-time. Queensland in front by 12 points to 6. Well, as I said, it was a fantastic 40 minutes of football. Let's have a look at highlights of the first half.
Last tackle coming up. Langer, Grubber, still going, picks it up. No try. Bobby Lindner. Pass inside to Jackson. That's gone forward to Miles. That's a forward pass. Miles in an offside position.
But they're carving them up, Queensland.
Sterling trying to set up his outside men. O'Connor. Michael O'Connor. Great try. The genius of the man at his best. Michael O'Connor in the score.
Queensland, when they get in New South Wales quarters, are very dangerous indeed.
One against the feed, it's Langer. Alan Langer for the line. He's done it. The little fella's done it. He's blitzed him. He's beaten Sterling. Langer's in to score. Queensland now lead 6 points to 4. Langer. Chip. Still chipping. Still chipping. Is that a try? It sure is. Alan Langer's done it. He's done it again. Alan Langer's in to score. New South Wales are absolutely dumbfounded.
And boy, isn't he having a fantastic match. That's the young halfback, Alan Langer. He certainly has set up all the first half moves and the tries. He's been in part of all of them. But up front in the engine room, Martin Bella, to my thinking's having a big match. And so is Wally Fullerton-Smith, and he's making his comeback to State of Origin football and got through a ton of work, a lot of tackles when you see from Wally Fullerton-Smith. OK, well, the second State of Origin is on in a couple of weeks' time, and our competition has been drawn, and the first 40 minutes of football in the first State of Origin for 1988. Queensland in front at half-time by 12 points to 6. I can't wait for that second half, so it's back down to the Sydney Football Stadium and Alan Thomas.
Thank you, Christopher. Well, back here at the stadium, the players about to come back onto the field for the second half. Mick, I'm going to put it right on you here. Has Alan Langer played himself into a green and gold jersey, you think, against the Poms?
Oh, he's just about there on this first half that we've seen. Of course, there's another 40 minutes of football to go, and we could really expect him not to drop off. I think his form is tremendous. He's the one that's putting him on the back pedal. That defence of New South Wales that's always giving Queensland trouble. Well, he's got that second doubt in their mind, or that doubt, and they're not too sure. The last kick through, Sterling had woken what was going on, and he was dropping back. As soon as Langer gets the ball, he doesn't go up in the line, he just goes back, and you'll probably see that more in this second half. But if he goes back, well, there's going to be a gap in that line, and Langer will pick that up too. He's just playing it, you know, second nature, and playing beautifully. Peter Jackson, I have to give him a big rap. He's slotted into that 5'8" spot, as Andrew Slack said. It looks as though number 6 has been tattooed on his back ever since he played football.
What about the front row? Bella and Backo opposed to Roach and Davidson.
Well, Bella's had a tremendous first half. He's right on top of Roach and Davison. Well, we haven't seen much of Davison, or for that matter, Roach. And both Bella and Backo, probably Bella going far the better. You'd have to say that. And he's taking it to him. His defence has been spot on. He's been up. He's been taking backs one-on-one. And that's not easy for a front rower to do. He's having a ripper of a game. Let's hope he can come out and continue. Here, as we see the New South Welshmen coming down and onto the field again. Queensland, it's not there yet. You know what these New South Welshmen are like. They always fight to the last second, as we saw up in Lang Park that night.
Paul Vaughton, as casual as ever. Nothing ever phases him. Leads the Maroons out. What a great triumph for his football career to captain Queensland if they can win this match tonight, Paul Vaughton. One of the all-time great Queenslanders, playing tonight in his 16th State of Origin match at the age of 28.
We just saw, well, Mick Cronin seems happy. He must be back in Queensland tonight there. We see the big fella Cleal.
And Roy Simmons has played his heart out all night. We'll go to Andrew Slack just before the kick-off, as Paul Vaughton has a bit of a cough and gets ready for the second half. Thank you, Andrew.
Well, no changes to either side, Alan. Bit of breeze favouring New South Wales, which I'm sure they'll use.
Second half about to commence. Belcher starts the second 40 minutes of football. Docking means business from the word go. Runs into Bella and Backo, and they put him down on the 22. Eddinghausen. Bobby Lindner in a nice copybook tackle. Playing in the second row tonight, Bob Lindner. Paul Vaughton kept him out of the lock forward position, but Lindner's played his heart out in the first half. Sterling. Now, has he knocked it on?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Belcher says he didn't. Gomersall said he did, and the scrum will back down, and he's got the whistle.
Let's have a look at the replay. We didn't knock it on.
No, Belcher was right, but the scrum's gone down, and New South Wales have got the ball. O'Connor. Morton got out from the back of the scrum to put him down quickly. 12-6 the lead for Queensland. Brian Johnston at the 22. Davidson. New South Wales are looking for their big men. They're looking for Davidson and Roach to make ground, to lead the way. Sterling. Lyons. The Crushers put it down. Belcher will pick it up, and Cleal will put him down. So New South Wales, things not just going their way as Kilroy goes over the top of Michael O'Connor. Miles to take a bit of pressure off his pack. Bella.
We need Backo now. Bella's really working hard.
And there's Sam Backo. Good strong run out to the 22. Last tackle. Belcher. Again kicking to Eddinghausen's wing. Well, that's more centre to Docking. But for some unknown reason, they're keeping the ball right away from Brian Johnston and giving Eddinghausen plenty of work to do. That's him with the ball now, Andrew Eddinghausen. And Alan McIndoe, everywhere Eddinghausen goes, McIndoe's on his tail. Now it's for Pearce. Greg Kaneski over the top, and underneath was Tony Curry. The New South Wales skipper's tackle. Davidson not running with any great pizzazz, even after only 2 minutes of the second half. Roach, Linder and Bell are the tacklers.
Straight over the top and smother him, and that's the way, and they look less than ordinary at present. I'll give you the good drum.
Sterling putting it high for McIndoe. Bit of a risky pass, I thought, to Belcher from that position, but Belcher's tackled 8 metres outside his 22. And now McIndoe will run it away from there. Mick, New South Wales looked a little bit slow in those tackle of 6. The front row wasn't running forward at any great dash.
Well, they've been tackling, and they've been tackling blokes running at them full bore for the first 40, as we see Lindner showing a bit of toe away from the base of the play the ball.
Now Jackson, Fullerton Smith, Lindner. Roach will get hold of him, loses him, but Folks will follow him up with Simmons. Queensland making ground through their forwards. Last one, Jackson will stab. Stabs pretty well. Does it go in? No, it doesn't go out. Docking. Fullerton Smith cut him down. New South Wales 5 metres out from their own line. Johnston away, tackled by Kilroy. The Maroons have to keep the pressure up. They have to keep New South Wales pinned. Simmons is tackled. That's 3 gone. And I think this New South Wales crowd are trying to get behind the Blues. They sense something's not right out there. Here's Lyons, and then the pass goes to McGaw, and he'll be beautifully tackled by Tony Curry. Mick, I think the crowd sense that they just don't seem to have it, the Blues. They're trying to stir them up as Bobby Lindner's leaving the field. Belcher's got the ball. Gary Belcher coming to the... Bobby Lindner coming to the sideline.
As we see Queensland taking the double, and you're right, New South Wales at 2s and 3s. And,
Scott Tronker's on. Bobby Lindner's left the field with the Dr. Keith Woodhead, Paul Vaughton, and Scott Tronk will be on wearing number 15. Oh, that could have been a Shepherd. Bit lucky to get away with it.
The crowd thinks so too.
Now it's with Canescu to Langer, to Bacco, and the hands can't get free. Yes, they can to Tronk, and then to Belcher.
Tronk could have run it a little further there. We lose the ball, but regain it again. Scrum to pack. Well, you can't blame Tronk. He's just come on the field. Just got to get rolled up with it. There he is, number 15, packing in the second row.
Sterling to feed. And that's a push from the Maroons, screwing the scrum, but it's a blue ball with lines, and O'Connor serving the long pass to McGaw, and then it goes to Eddinghausen, and Alan McIndoe gave him a nice don't argue, and he'll get docking as well. Playing in his State of Origin debut, Alan McIndoe was asked last week whether his trial match at Lang Park, which got him into the State of Origin, was his best 40 minutes of football. He said no, you'll see it tonight, and he's producing it.
Oh, that's New South Wales being made to make mistakes because of the pressure being applied by by Queensland. Queensland Maroons looking good, but they got to finish it.
Lyons hanging on to Bella. Miles is tackled. We'll have to confirm whether Bobby Lindner's actually... We'll check on his condition shortly.
Well, we'll see what... I don't know if he's gone to the head bin or whether he's off. Shortly we'll go to Andrew Slack and we'll find out for you.
Langer. Alan Langer's away again. Oh, that might have been a little bit forward, I think.
That was forward.
That'll be the changeover anyway.
I tell you what, that was a bit red hot. That was forward, but oh, that Langer's got him on the back step with that little chip.
Roach
hasn't unloaded the ball all night because he's not being allowed to. New
South Wales pinned in their own 22 will go to Andrew Slack for a report on Bob Lindner.
Yes, well, with some luck, we should see Bob Linder back. He has only gone to the head bin, and Dr. Keith Woodhead has gone with him, but it's just looked as if he was carrying his arm, but was in fact a knock to the head.
Joe Kilroy, 10 metres inside his own territory. Belcher trying to slice through the New South Wales defence. Now it's Langer going to dummy half. Now it's away to Vorton. He's picked up Jackson. Substituting for Lewis, and a nice pass to Miles. McIndoe, oh, fingertip stuff from McIndoe. Back to Jackson. Back to Peter Jackson. Eddinghausen finishes him off. Miles is down injured and back play. Queensland outside the 22 with Fullerton, Smith and Langer. Backo, almost to the 22. Queensland applying the pressure. Langer's reversed it to Fullerton Smith. He'll be tackled by Cleal. Miles gets to his feet. Last tackle coming up. Curry. And that will go dead in goal.
Pressure taken off New South Wales there. Curry had the right idea. But, just a little too far. But every time there's Bob Linder on screen, he's feeling very butcher's hook. But he's just having a rest.
He's answered his critics tonight, Bob Linder. I must admit, I thought he was lucky to make the side, but away goes Davidson. Lyons has put it down. Lyons, I think, had a bow peep at the tackler coming at him, and he's dropped it.
Oh, that was great defence from Belcher. He took the player and then took the supporting player. Here it is. Now, watch this. They've let Roach unload. First time tonight. On to Davidson. Here he comes. We've cut away again as we watch Belcher trying to break through.
Queensland in possession, 10 metres inside New South Wales territory. Fullerton Smith takes it on the blind side. Greg Kineskew's dictating traffic. That's him with the ball now. He gives it to Scott Tronk. And the young fellow from the Western Suburbs club in Sydney is tackled. He said playing for Queensland was a bigger thrill than the Rothmans gold medal. He's out there tonight, 6 foot tall. Curry's with the ball. Vorton. Paul Vorton. Away goes Fatty Vorton. Docking's the tackler. He's 10 metres out from the line. He'll play it to Kinescu. Now it's with Bella. And then Jackson. Jackson's for the line. He'll score! Peter Jackson's in. New South Wales are in trouble. Peter Jackson, determined effort. He lunged for the line. He found it. And Queensland lead 16-6.
Oh, that try was started beautifully by Vorton, bursting up the middle. Here we see Jackson on the replay. Oh, I'm watching the screen on there. I'm not excited. I'm watching the screen to the ground.
There is a screen on the ground showing the try, but here it is, Farmer.
Watch him go now. He bursts away, beats 1, 2, pulls through 3, and what a determined try. And he has having a crackerjack game also. There's not one out there having a bad game. Watch it again. It's worth watching, Queenslanders.
Peter Jackson filling the shoes of Wally Lewis tonight. He has not put a foot wrong. And that all started from Paul Vorton. And as Belcher lines up the kick, there's the man on screen, Peter Jackson. We'll go to Andrew Slack for a comment.
Bob Linder back on now with Scott Tronk coming off, but there is a worry with Gene Miles. Gene hurt his right arm in the movement with Peter Jackson earlier on and is carrying it quite noticeably at the moment, but they'll give him a bit of time to see if it comes good. I think a crucial time now for Queensland. They must hold out New South Wales for the next 10 or so minutes. If New South Wales hit back immediately with a try, that could really spell danger for Queensland, but they're playing all over the southern counterparts tonight.
Well, in that movement there, it was on this side of the field, Andrew. I could see it from up here. They ran into Docking and they bowled him over, and I tell you what, he's on his heels, Docking, so they'll want to kick the ball plenty to him.
Belcher. That's well away. A Queensland lead New South Wales 16-6. And you're watching the Winfield State of Origin. You're seeing it here live on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Coming into the back line from the scrum. Peter Jackson goes to dummy half and picks up Bobby Linder. Linder on the field after having a little stint in the head bin. Kinescu gives it away to Backo. And Mick, the front row of Queensland tonight are really to the fore.
Oh, yes. Bella in front of Backo. I'd say Bella by quite a few points as we see. Oh, Jackson's standing him up. Look at this. Beautifully.
10 metres inside New South Wales territory. Alan McIndoe to dummy half. Then it's through the hands of Bella. He's playing with confidence, Bella. He's hitting a great tackle by Les Davidson. Over the top was Simmons, and that hurt Diabella. Langer, little chip. Well, more a check. It was a kick. Eddinghausen will get there first. Johnston, rather, will get there first. And outside the 22 is where he'll play it. Now with Docking to pick up McGaw. Oh, Canescu.
And that's why he won't. I think he knows Docking's not too good. Docking got rid of it straight away. He's not feeling very sarsaparillous at all, I'll tell you.
Curry and Bella take care of Pearce. Sterling's trying to generate things. Now they move it with McGaw to Eddinghausen. Langer's got hold of him. He's got away. Here comes the cover. Curry, Langer and Vaughton put down Andrew Eddinghausen. New South Wales moving now with Cleal. Vaughton's trying to smother the pass. It's gone loose, and that'll be Queensland's ball.
And they're making mistakes, and Bella comes up with it, diving on the loose ball.
Backo wrestled to the ground. Folks is in there to do the tackling with Roach. Also in there was Cleal. 16 points to 6, Queensland lead. And there's 15 minutes gone as Canescu runs into space. Linda's tackle, 22 metres out. Miles off from dummy half. He's 18 metres out. New South Wales want to hold on here. This game will be all over bar the shouting. Langer. 10 metres out from the line. Last tackle coming up. Belcher. Stab. Lines. And gets it out on the field of play. Good work, Cliffy Lyons.
And who tackles him? Bella. I'll say it again, you Central Queenslanders, you must be loving this. I'm eating me words, but I'm happy to do so. He's having a ball terror.
Eddinghausen's tackled 10 metres out from the line. Where are the runners as Simmons goes to ground by Canescu? This New South Wales crowd are trying to urge their team on, but the Queensland defence at the moment, they hold all the cards. Roach, Bella again underneath. Vaughton was over the top, and this is the last tackle. Belcher goes back. The wingers drop back. Sterling kicks downfield for McIndoe and Belcher. It'll be Belcher who'll pick it up. And he'll be tackled by Eddinghausen. Someone better get the dummy half. McIndoe does. And that's the halfway mark. Queensland without Wally Lewis tonight are playing magnificent football. Lindner. Langer. Vaughton almost tackled without the ball. Struggles to the 22.
And the New South Wales crowd are clapping Queensland.
Bella, Backo, the front rowers are doing it. They're carting the ball forward. They're sending New South Wales on the back move. Jackson can't get his pass away. The tackle of Lyons was too good with Folks. Langer, up, high, down it comes. Fullerton Smith, McIndoe. Fullerton Smith will knock it on.
The idea was right, Wally, but you just couldn't pick it up cleanly. Well, this is a good game. Here it is. Watch him. Oh, that was well done from Belcher, and it was just unfortunate Wally Fulton-Smith couldn't get it up cleanly.
Sterling trying to wrong foot Fullerton Smith, who got out from the scrum. Couldn't do so. Pearce running into Lindner. Oh, over the top, Fullerton Smith. They drove the New South Wales skipper back. Folks, Bella's got him with Canescu.
Haven't seen Folks all night tonight.
Simmons to Sterling. Davidson running it wide. Vaughton, he's lost it. Vaughton's made him lose it. And Sam Backo's got the ball. Queensland are 20 metres out from the line. Backo getting to his feet slowly to play it to Canescu. And then he'll pick up Miles. Miles is 11 metres out. Now it's with Langer. Bella. What a reward a try would be the way he's played tonight. Queensland lined out now. Backo. Backo. A centimetre out. Canescu on his own. Oh, it's gone loose in the field of play. Oh, Canescu was nearly over himself.
He was out. Hello, here's Lyons coming for a quick kick-off. You've got to watch him.
And Fullerton Smith will be lucky to stay on the field for that. There's nothing
well,
wrong with
Lyons is acting.
He's acting, but could have been easily 5 in the bin. Easily could have been 5 in the bin.
Well, he's got away with it, and it was good tactics. His
Even
Lions,
10.
here it comes, watch it. Academy Award, as we see referee pulling them up. There's Lions, he's okay.
Now Bacco's been called out with Fortin. The penalty goes to New South Wales. I don't think the crowd is objecting to not being sent off. I think he should have got a stint in the bin for a professional foul.
Oh,
but anyway, play goes on.
They only do that in Queensland.
Davidson running with a little bit more purpose. Yes, that's more like it, Liz Davidson.
Where's the support? None for Sterling. And the crowd boos New South Wales. We see a couple of New South Wales replacements lining. Oh, and as we see, Sterling was creamed.
Canescu was the tackler. Roach driven back. Or Davidson driven back by Lindner. Now it's with Simmons. And Lindner's got him.
Lamb and Truella lining up for New South Wales.
Docking. Oh, grab by Sam Bacco. One hand. Bella's chasing clear. The big crusher standing before he's wrestled to the ground. Last tackle coming up. Sterling. Kilroy to run it out. Beats Lyons. Away goes Smoke and Joe. Away goes Smoke and Joe. Still going almost to the halfway, Kilroy.
Oh, and the crowd comes to its feet as we see Miles on the run.
Miles getting the pass. It's gone back. It's Belcher. He'll be tackled. But Joe Kilroy from inside his own goal has got Queensland back on the attack as Martin Bella again takes the settler. Langer goes to dummy half. It's for Fullerton Smith. There's 19 and a half minutes to go. Queensland leading 16-6. Now it's gone through the hands of Peter Jackson. Belcher trying to put someone away. He'll be tackled by Peter Sterling, who hasn't had much support here tonight. Who wants it? Langer. Lindner. Support from Bacco. That's touched. And that'll be 6 to go. Canescu comes up with it. Queensland with 6 tackles outside the New South Wales quarter. It's been all Queensland in the second half. They've attacked from the word go, and New South Wales, I don't think, has been in their quarter.
And when they do, we run it back to their half.
Now it's Bacco. Runs it to the centre of the field. Queensland.
Two front rowers, Alan, for Queensland have had it blinders, no doubt about it. And here's little Alan Lang trying to get out of trouble.
Jackson. Peter Jackson tackled. He's 12 metres out from the try line. Bobby Lindner will go to dummy half. Now it's with Belcher. The kick's through. McIndoe. Who's there first? Ellen McIndoe's there first. That's a try.
Oh, that's
Barry
close.
Gomersall waited for the touch judge. And then he awards Alan McIndoe the try. And that's just about the ball game now. Queensland lead by 20 points to 6, and New South Wales look shot.
Here's the replay. Watch the kick. Actually, could have been going to be knocked on, and watch McIndoe. Oh, well, we'll have to wait if we do get a head on, but here it is. Here's the head on. Belcher puts the kick in. Let's have a look at it.
No try for mine, Farmer.
No try.
Didn't ground the ball for mine, but Barry Gomersall looked at the touch judge, and I think he's ruled a try on the touch judge. The crowd watching the try on the big screen here at the Sydney Football Stadium.
Gomersall's not even looking up at the screen, and now the crowd's booing because they woke up. It's not a try too. McIndoe's looking a bit sheepish as he walks back. It's about time luck went our way anyway in Queensland. We've been stopping this sort of nonsense for years.
20 points to 6 mixed regardless of whether that was a try. I don't know whether it's going to affect the outcome of the match, but it has been all Queensland. I mean, I'm not trying to be biased, but the second half performance by the Maroons has been outstanding. Belcher. Nowhere near it. The Queensland lead by 20 points to 6. There's 17 minutes to go on the Winfield State of Origin. You're watching it live on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
I really think it's over.
David Truella away from dummy half. Tackled by Bobby Widner.
And he gets a roar from the New South Wales crowd because he should have been in the first lineup, I'd say.
Davidson playing it to Simmons. And that's not a good pass. Who's going to tidy up? Terry Lamb. Bacco's got hold of him. And the biggest man on the paddock tackle is probably the smallest. Right in the middle of the field.
We see Mick Cronin not saying much there. Watching play. This could be a good kick for New South Wales, though.
Peter Sterling still trying to organise things for his side. Finding touch 12 metres out from the Queensland line. 20 points to 6, Queensland lead, 15 minutes remaining. Can Terry Lamb and David Truella make the difference? It'll be a great effort from New South Wales if they can come back in the dying 15 minutes of the match. Queensland trying to get out of their own 22 as we go to Andrew Slack.
Well, much has been made before the game of the absence of Wally Lewis for Queensland, but I think New South Wales are ruining the absence of one Brett Kenny.
Brett Kenny, of course, Wally Lewis holds the record for the most number of State of Origins played in Australia. 20 out of 20 before tonight. Brett Kenny had played in 16 and was a reserve in another.
And that was a forward pass.
Canescu to get the ball away from dummy half. And that knocked back by Jackson. Roach eventually lets him play it. Who's the kicker? Vaughton has just got that away. Down for Docking. He takes Eddinghausen with him. Oh, and he went on his own. And Wally Fullerton Smith put him down. Eddinghausen now for Sterling. And then O'Connor. He's been quiet. Not quite because he hasn't played well. He's been quiet because he hasn't had much of the ball, Michael O'Connor. In fact, I've hardly called his name in the second half, Mick.
Only because the defence is so good and it's not getting out that far.
McGaw will play it. Touch by Queensland. 6 to go. New South Wales keep it alive with Davidson.
And he's just walking.
He'll play it outside the 22 to Truella. He's taking them on, Dave Truella. Yes, I think you're right, Nick. I think the Sydney public really wished him in the side. Now Simmons switching it to Sterling. That's back to Pearce. Vaughton will tackle him. New South Wales line.
Pearce is hurt.
Lamb, kick. Who's home? French. And saves the day. Brett French.
Well, this is the first time that we've seen Queensland under pressure. And, of course, there's Scott Tronk, replacement, ready to go on. Looks as though Fullerton Smith might be coming off. No.
There's the dropout for Folks. Up comes Eddinghausen. Andrew Eddinghausen is tackled.
Oh, they've got to defend here, Queensland. They really have to defend and defend strongly.
Now it's with Simmons on the short side to Roach. Can't get the hands free. French put him down. It's back with Simmons to Sterling. What can Lamb do? He found Pearce, and Pearce has dropped it. Paul Vaughton will dive on it. That'll be Queensland's possession.
And all the pressure's taken off Queensland.
12 minutes to go in the match. Tony Curry from dummy half to the 22. Brett French.
Giving his forwards a bit of a spell.
Canescu's had a great game tonight from dummy half. Belcher trying to get away. Lamb and Davidson and Simmons had hold of him. Jackson. That's over Docking's head. He's got room to move. Up come the Queensland line. Pass went to Eddinghausen. Now O'Connor. Oh, what a great other defending tackle from Alan McIndoe. What a gem.
He's got bionic knees, isn't he, that McIndoe too? He's all sort of sewn together. We'll see. Look at McIndoe. He had him lined up. He had to hit the accelerator button.
Langer as Queensland win the ball. Belcher to try and make the extra man. Trying to get out of tackles. Docking rides him down. Miles from dummy half. Gene Miles. Langer. Back to Belcher. There's the try line. Shut the gate. Underneath the post, Gary Belcher. That came from Gene Miles. The quick hands, and Gary Belcher's under the post, and Queensland have absolutely floored the Blues tonight. 24 points to 6.
They've really belted him, and that was just rubbing salt into the wound. Miles ran from dummy half, just carved them up the middle. The replay isn't on as yet. We see New South Wales.
They're shell-shocked, Farmer.
Yeah, they are, and so is the crowd. They're going home. That's the best thing I've ever seen. The crowd's going home early. Here's the replay. Now, watch Gene Miles. He gives the ball to Langer here in a minute. Now, Langer draws the defence, gives it to Belcher. Ta-ta, he says.
Gary Belcher splitting the two props, Les Davidson and Steve Roach. And that's a fullback's dream with space, with only a prop either side, isn't it, Mick?
Well, fair enough, I suppose, especially when those two props are flat-footed like they were, and they've been flat-footed all night, only because the other two props have, that's Bella and Bacco, have slammed them on their tails all night.
Belcher from in front raises the flags, and Queensland now lead New South Wales by 26 points to 6. There is 9.5 minutes remaining. Chris Lyons will be pondering what in the hell went on out there.
Cliff, you mean? Cliff Lyons, yes.
Cliff Lyons. And, Mick, I think Peter Sterling summed it up the other day when we asked him, with Lewis out of the side, what did he think Queensland's chances were? His reply, they'll be harder to beat. And I think they've been harder to beat for one big reason, that I don't think New South Wales knew what to expect tonight. They've seen Lewis play for a long period of time.
Well, the beauty of it is Lewis has been playing while these youngsters, a lot of them have been coming on. Tonight, they've got their opportunity to show us their own wares, as we see Scott Tronk taking the ball up, and they've shown us those wares well and truly.
Bacco again taking the ball forward. He'll be tackled. Now Langer. Whoops. Over the top basketball. And Fullerton Smith is tackled. Queensland 26 to 6, and New South Wales don't know what's going on as Langer kicks for touch, and it's just out on the full as we go to Andrew Slack.
Yes, only missed that one by a foot, but we can excuse him one mistake, I suppose, in 80 minutes of football. Martin Bella off the field. He's got problems with his contact lenses, replaced by Scott Tronk. And Martin Bella, there's only one place you can answer your critics, and he's done that with rather a loud bang tonight. Marvellous game from Bella.
Oh, Tony Curry on McGaw. That was copybook stuff. They still try the Blues. You won't see a New South Wales team throw in the towel, not even at 26 to 6 down.
Well, this back line, this fast back line, we have only seen it on a couple of occasions, only because the Queensland defence failed on a couple of occasions, but it's not. Look at that.
Curry again on O'Connor. Now it's for Lamb and Pearce, and inside to Folkes.
Folkes has had a shocking game, haven't sighted him all night.
Well, Mick, they say the big matches are won in the front row. Bella and Bacco have given Davidson and Roach the short back and sides here tonight at the Sydney Football Stadium.
And I'm happy to say that they have. If you think I'm joking, I'm not. It's just that I wanted to see Bella in full flight, and tonight he showed me that. He's got plenty. He tackled, he moved, he took the ball up, he passed it, he covered mistakes. And then Bella's going back on. You can't keep him off. What, did he straighten up his contact lenses, did he, Andrew? Andrew can't hear me down there.
For the noise. And Martin Bella, well, he deserves to be on the field at full time. He's been a part of this win tonight. Now Lamb. Langer's going to chase him. He's still going. Now it's with McGaw. Runs into Vorton and Langer.
And the crowd go, oh, because he didn't run onto the ball and they're booing him.
New South Wales public very disappointed with this team tonight. They just haven't measured up. But they'll come back at Lang Park in the second match on the 31st of May. Don't you worry about that. Roach. Well, once again, it's proven Mick, football's won in the engine room, isn't it?
That's where she's won. Oh, look at that tackle.
Jackson on Sterling. And he's hurt Sterling. Jackson has fair dinkum creamed him.
Here's Bella going back on. He can't get on there quick enough.
Peter Sterling getting to his feet.
Sam Backo leaving the field.
No, he's not getting to his feet, Sterling. I thought he was. The applause for Backo from this big crowd as Peter Sterling tries to get up. Peter Jackson absolutely ironed him out. Oh, he's gone.
He's fallen over again. He is a sick boy, is Sterling.
He has tried his heart out tonight, Peter Sterling, as he always does.
Oh, he can't get up, the kid. Leave him alone. Now, watch this. Now, there's nothing wrong with that tackle. Oh, it's just solid. He's landed on the back of his head as we go back to play.
Peter Sterling just trying to get a bit of composure. We hope he's all right. He's a great player, Peter Sterling. And now it's with Miles. Here's Docking. Floats one to Belcher. And Belcher took that magnificently. Bobby Lindner off. Now it's back to Belcher. He'll have to take the tackle. No, he won't. He'll run it. Oh, Miles is tackled.
Miles was tackled by a bloke who was miles offside.
Langer. Jackson trying to find space just outside the 22. There's 5 minutes to go on the match.
Well, I
26-6
had my doubts about whether Peter Jackson could handle that 5'8" position, because in this sort of company, it's a professional spot. But he's really done the job. Oh, he fell over. He was gone again.
Jackson away. Play to come back to the 22. This Queensland side has been well drilled by Wayne Bennett, Farmer.
Yes, it has. It's superb. They've done everything that he wanted. Of course, we know how good a coach Wayne Bennett is.
New South Wales outside of their own 22 is where Wayne Pearce will play it. It's now gone through Sterling. He's found his legs again. Lamb trying to set up outside, and that's Eddinghausen. And McIndoe, the pass has gone inside. Magore, Lamb, here's Langer, but they've got the numbers. Oh, has he blown it? He's blown it. They'll still score. Oh, Terry Lamb nearly blew that. He had Docking beside him, but they've got away. It's a try. New South Wales score. Queensland lead 26 points to 10.
Well, that was a New South Wales try, but it was all due to Terry Lamb because he set it up. He ran, and then he backed up the middle. And you must put that man, now watch him, watch the dummy. He dummies, and then a long one. I tell you what, I think Scott Tronk might have got, no, he didn't get in the road really. It was a good try, and there's that man Lamb. Now watch Alan Langer. Watch Alan, he nearly blew it in now. That was more accidental than anything. More accidental, but that's about the only way they could score a try tonight.
So the try converted. As we look at it again, it's 26-12, the lead for Queensland.
Now maybe Lamb should have been playing earlier because he's really set that back line going.
Good support play from Magore. And all Lamb had to do was just draw Langer and give it to Doc. Look at Docking. But he's got up somehow. Whoops, over she goes.
That's oranges.
Thank you, says Andrew. I'll score the try. 26 points to 12.
As we go to the kickoff.
And we're in the final 3 minutes as Eddinghausen runs it to the 22. Now it's Truella at dummy half. David Truella. Gorton got him in cover, but Truella has certainly made a difference to this pack. And I'll be surprised if he's not playing at Lang Park in a couple of weeks' time.
He's taking it up the middle.
Sterling trying to run Eddinghausen into a bit more space. That ball was just into touch. Well, Mick, there's 2 minutes to go on the match. What about a summary? Queensland leading 26-12.
Well, I didn't think the score would be like that. I thought much closer than that, but congratulations to Queensland, and particularly the front rowers, Martin Bella and Sam Backo, and particularly to Martin Bella. He's had a blinder, and the whole pack supported him. They made a few mistakes early when they allowed O'Connor in for the try. Paul Horton missed that tackle, but from then on they tightened up and they kept their tightness, and they've shown great control over the ball. And the man with the ball now, Peter Jackson, has had a blinder. They've all played well. There's not one player out there who didn't perform brilliantly. Their defence all night was solid, and they supported each other when they had the ball, as we see Bella taking it up again. And I just have to keep my mouth shut now, because he's proved the proof of the pudding's in the eating, and he's definitely showed that he's a good player. For New South Wales, well, I was looking for a good player. It's very hard to find one in the forwards. I don't really think they had a good forward on the paddock tonight. Peter Sterling was of their best, I'd say, and of course Michael O'Connor, when he got his opportunities, showed us that he's still the most dangerous player, if not watch. Gary Belcher for Queensland played well. All the Queenslanders played well. I think it's marvellous, and we're in for a big crowd at Lang Park when they come back.
New South Wales finishing on. Pearce tackled by Miles. Quickly to Andrew in the last 30 seconds of the match. Well, we've got communication problems, but Terry Lamb's got it to Roach. They're away again, New South Wales. Oh, gee, that looked a bit forward, but Magore's going to score. They've come home with a rush. Magore in to score in the last 20 seconds of the match. Queensland lead 26-16.
Well, that's the first time we've seen Roach make a break, and well, he hasn't had many opportunities because he hasn't been given any, as you can see as you've been sitting at home. The defence by the Queensland forwards has been tremendous, and there we see short pass goes to Roach. Roach, for the first time, runs away, which I suppose he should. He hasn't done that much, and on for a good try in the corner to New South Wales, but they're coming home far too late.
Well, that ball to Magore looked well forward to me. In fact, Magore actually looked to be in an offside position. We'll have a look at it again. Once again, Lamb starting things. Here's O'Connor, meanwhile, from the touchline. A gem. 26-18 as O'Connor converts the try. Now, watch where Magore is. That's full time. Here's Roach. Well, we can't see from that angle, but New South Wales did finish on, Nick. They finished on with a rush, and Queensland have defeated New South Wales in the first state of origin by 26 points to 18. Well, there's the glory.
They did just that, as we see them shaking hands. There's Vorton. They must be very tired, although now Queensland didn't get tired at all tonight. It was the New South Wales side that got tired. There's Curry looking at his hands, with Gene Miles being interviewed there. They'd be a happy dressing room tonight, that Queensland side. No one thought that they could do that, only themselves. They had plenty to prove, and they've come out and proven that they can play the game without Wally Lewis. Now, and Wally would be happy about that too, because lots of people have been saying, you know, when Wally goes, what happens? Well, viewers, you can see what happens when they lose Wally Lewis. We can always have someone to replace him.
26-18. Queensland have defeated New South Wales, and we'll be back after this break.
Match of football, and Queensland successful, 26 points to 18. Let's have a look at the full-time stats as they stood on the match. Penalties 5-1 in favour of New South Wales. The scrums in favour of Queensland, 15-12. 5 tries to 3 in favour of Queensland, and the goals finished up at 3 apiece, giving us a scoreline of 26 points to 18 in favour of Queensland. As I said, a fantastic match. Queensland coming out on top. Let's have a look at highlights of the match and a great 80 minutes of football.
Last tackle coming up. Langer, Grubber, still going, picks it up. No try. Bobby Lindner. Pass inside to Jackson. That's gone forward to Miles. That's a forward pass. Miles in an offside position.
But they're carving them up, Queensland.
Sterling trying to set up his outside men. O'Connor. Michael O'Connor. Great try. The genius of the man at his best. Michael O'Connor in the score.
Queensland, when they get in New South Wales quarters, are very dangerous indeed.
One against the feed, it's Langer. Alan Langer for the line. He's done it. The little fella, he's done it. He's blitzed him. He's beaten Sterling. Langer's in to score. Queensland now lead 6 points to 4. Langer. Chip. Still chipping. Still chipping. Is that a try? It sure is. Alan Langer's done it. He's done it again. Alan Alan Langer's in to score. New South Wales are absolutely dumbfounded. Vaughton. Paul Vaughton. Away goes Fatty Vaughton. Docking's the tackler. He's 10 metres out from the line. He'll play it to Canescu. Now it's with Bella. And then Jackson. Jackson's for the line. He'll score! Peter Jackson's in. New South Wales are in trouble. Peter Jackson, determined effort. He lunged for the line. He found it. And Queensland leads 16-6. Bobby Linder will go to dummy half. Now it's with Belcher. The kick's through. McIndoe. Who's there first? Ellen McIndoe's there first. That's a try.
Oh, that's
Barry
close.
Gomersall waited for the touch judge. And then he awards Alan McIndoe the try. And that's just about the ball game now. Queensland lead by 20 points to 6. And New South Wales look shot. Miles from dummy half. Gene Miles. Langer. Back to Belcher. There's the try line. Shut the gate. Underneath the post, Gary Belcher. That came from Gene Miles. The quick hands and Gary Belcher's under the post. And Queensland have absolutely floored the Blues tonight. 24 points to 6.
They've really belted him, and that was just rubbing salt into the wound.
Lamb trying to set up outside, and that's Eddinghausen. And McIndoe, the pass has gone inside. Magore, Lamb, here's Langer, but they've got the numbers. Oh, has he blown it? He's blown it. They'll still score. Oh, Terry Lamb nearly blew that. He had Docking beside him, but they've got away. It's a try. New South Wales score. Queensland lead 26 points to 10. Well, we've got communication problems, but Terry Lamb's got it to Roach. They're away again, New South Wales. Oh, gee, that looked a bit forward, but Magore's going to score. They've come home with a rush. Magore in to score in the last 20 seconds of the match. Queensland lead 26-16.
Well, that's the first.
And that was the full-time in the first State of Origin for 1988. Let's have another quick look at the full-time stats and go through the scorers. Belcher opened the scoring with a penalty for Queensland. They led 2-0. O'Connor scored a try. It was his 7th in State of Origin. New South Wales led 4-2. Then Langer, a great individual try from a scrum win against the feed, 6-4 in favour of Queensland. O'Connor penalty, 6-all. Then Langer a try, a triple chip kick, and Belcher converted to give Queensland a 12-6 lead at half-time. Jackson opened the scoring in the second half. It was 16-6 in favour of Queensland. Then McIndoe scored that doubtful try, but Queensland were in front 20 points to 6. Belcher, a converted try after a big gap between the forwards, 26-6 in favour of Queensland. Then, of course, New South Wales ran in 2 quick tries. Eddinghausen, 26-12, and Magore made it 26 points to 18. That was the final score. OK, we'll wrap up proceedings for our first State of Origin match after this break.
And you must have been thrilled with the performance of your front row.
Oh, they were great. They took it up to them and they hit them hard, and that's what made us go forward, and that's how we won the game.
And do you think Wally's a bit nervous with Jacko there with the number 6 on?
Oh, yeah, Jacko had a top game, but Wally would probably be there to place him next time, but I think Jacko played tremendously well.
Well, I think all of Queensland and all of Australia thinks you played particularly well. Congratulations, El. And we might just talk to New South Wales danger man Michael O'Connor. Well, Michael, every time you handled the ball in the first half, Queensland looked in a bit of strife, but then they didn't seem to throw it too much in the second half.
No, they really, we came up with far too many errors in the second half, spilling the ball in our own half and trying to push passes early in the tackle count. Queensland played a far more disciplined game. They kicked well. Alan Langer and Peter Jackson directed play extremely well. Their forwards just hit it up well, made no mistakes and capitalised on our mistakes.
I thought Tony Curry's performance, his defensive performance particularly in the centres, was outstanding.
Yeah, he played very well. They all played well. You couldn't say that anyone of the Queensland side didn't play well. It's just a matter of New South Wales having to do a lot of work to beat this Queensland side. It's just a case of too little too late for us tonight.
Thanks very much, mate. I'll let you get out of the cold.
Thanks, Lee.
OK, we'll take a short break and be back with more in a moment. Successful in the first State of Origin, and we look forward to the second one. That's coming up in 2 weeks' time. We'll be there. We'll bring you all the action from 9:30 p.m. on the 31st for the second State of Origin, the only one at Lang Park. Now, we know the tickets are sold out, the grandstand, but you could still be there by entering the Discount Liquor Kings team-up competition to win one of 35 double passes to the main grandstand. Entry form in tomorrow's Courier or at your Discount Liquor King barn, and well worth entering that one after tonight's. Well, that's about it for tonight. On behalf of the Wide World Sports team, good night.